March 8, 2014. The time was 12:41 a.m. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370. A Boeing 777 took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport bound for Beijing. On board were 227 passengers and 12 crew members, 239 lives in total. The weather was clear and there were no reports of technical glitches or distress signals. Yet just over an hour after takeoff, this giant aircraft vanished from radar screens, leaving the world in shock. No SOS, no warning, nothing. What happened to the plane? Did it crash into the ocean? Was it hijacked? Or is it still hidden somewhere in secret? Today we dive into the greatest mystery in modern aviation history, the disappearance of Flight MH370. The aircraft was cruising at a standard altitude of 35,000 feet. At 1:19 a.m., Malaysian Air Traffic Control instructed the pilots to contact Vietnamese controllers as they entered their airspace. The Captain Zaharie Ahmad Shah replied calmly, "Good night, Malaysian 370." Those were the last words ever heard from the plane. Seconds later, the transponder, the device that communicates the plane's location, was suddenly switched off. Normally, this only happens during a catastrophic accident or if someone manually disables it. Vietnamese controllers never saw the plane on their screens. Due to a tragic confusion between controllers, hours passed before the world realized the plane was actually missing. While civilian radar lost the plane, military radar later revealed a chilling detail. The aircraft had turned sharply away from its planned route, flying back across the Malaysian peninsula and toward the Andaman Islands. These turns were precise and deliberate, suggesting the plane was being flown by someone with expert skills. Even more puzzling was the plane's sudden climb to 45,000 feet. Experts suggest this might have been a deliberate move to depressurize the cabin and render passengers unconscious. Afterward, the plane flew silently toward the Indian Ocean. Data from the Inmarsat satellite later showed that the plane continued to fly for more than 6 hours after it vanished from radar, eventually crashing into a remote part of the southern Indian Ocean after running out of fuel. Several theories surround this disappearance. The most prominent is that Captain Zaharie Ahmad Shah planned this as a mass murder-suicide. An investigation of his home flight simulator revealed that he had practiced a path similar to the one the plane eventually took. Was this a coincidence or a cold calculated plan? Another theory is the ghost flight scenario, where a fire or sudden loss of cabin pressure left everyone unconscious, leaving the plane to fly on autopilot until it ran out of fuel. However, the deliberate maneuvers tracked by military radar make it hard to believe no one was at the controls. The possibility of a hijacking or a conspiracy cannot be ruled out either. Some claim the plane was carrying classified technology or cargo that a powerful nation wanted to destroy. Others believe it was landed at the secret U.S. base on Diego Garcia. However, no solid evidence has ever supported these claims. Despite the largest search operation in history, covering hundreds of thousands of square miles of the ocean floor, the main wreckage has never been found. Only a few pieces of debris, like a wing part called a flaperon, have washed up on African shores. Analysis of these pieces suggests the plane was in an uncontrolled high-speed dive when it hit the water. To this day, the families of those on board are still waiting for answers. They believe the truth is being hidden and that searching the ocean is not enough. The Malaysian government maintains that they will only restart the search if new, credible evidence emerges. In an age of advanced technology, the disappearance of a 200-foot-long aircraft with 239 people is a haunting lesson for the world. Was it a technical failure or a planned crime? The answer remains silent, buried thousands of feet deep in the southern Indian Ocean. The world continues to wait for the day this great mystery is finally solved.